This video is brought to you by
Cool Green Clothing. You already know what it is. We done gone worldwide and we coming straight out of Baltimore. Go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and I assure you, you'll find something on the website right now just for you. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end so you can hear the full story and all the details in the case. It's a new case, so everything in this video is alleged. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. When we come into this world, no matter what family you are born into, no matter the circumstances, we all got to navigate this life to the best of our abilities. Some people like to compare life to a movie. You have the opening credits, the middle, or what some like to call Act 2, then the ending credits. Because no matter what, we all have to leave here and our credits gotta roll one day. When your family pays their last respects and you are gone, on your tombstone will be the day you were born, a dash, and the day you left. For some, that sounds terrible to sum it up like that. But I heard people say that dash is the most important part. That's what you did with your life in between the time you were born and the time you left. For some, they wake up every day just making it, trying to get by, existing. They go to work, pay bills, maybe every now and again have a little bit of fun, but really they lose their passion for life. But others want to live, travel, see the world, have new adventures, and live life to the fullest. If you are religious or spiritual, then you might feel like it's a higher power controlling all this and your life. And your story was already written way before you got here. And you are just a star, actor, or actress playing everything out. Or some feel they are in complete control of their own destiny. But no matter what, one thing we do know, nobody wakes up and thinks today will be my last scene and my life will be over until it happens. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be discussing a recent case of a man who was accused of slaying an 87-year-old millionaire at his job. Just last month, 87-year-old Robert Fuller Jr. was in the golden years of his life. The well-accomplished man had lived to the fullest. Born in 1938 in Boston, Massachusetts, Robert was taught early on to take education and life serious. As he got older, he joined the Navy to learn discipline and attended Princeton University, where he graduated from in 1961, before then attending the University of Pennsylvania Law School in 1964. After school, Robert went to work and started practicing law in Maine, which he made his home. Called Bob by family and friends, his community in Maine, where he lived at, loved the man. Robert eventually started his own law firm and was considered what some would call a high-power attorney. His career brought him wealth, and he became very popular amongst his peers. He even wrote multiple books, becoming an author. Robert wasn't selfish though. He wanted to share the wealth. Once he became a millionaire, he would often donate to local businesses, school, non-profits, and youth centers. Really anywhere in the community he felt he could help out at. The type of man, if he heard someone was struggling or having a hard time, would write a check to help. But Robert liked to move under the radar. He didn't want to take credit or he didn't want the spotlight. He would often give without wanting nobody to know, anonymous. Once he met the love of his life, he got married and him and his wife started a journey together of building a network and community of family and friends that looked out for each other and made their city a better place. They kept building together, donating to local programs for veterans and places like the YMCA. But outside of that, Robert also was an outdoorsman who loved to travel to different places, rather another country or somewhere in the States to go hiking. As he started getting older though, things changed. He couldn't be outside as much because of health issues. And after 23 years of marriage, his wife unfortunately passed away in 2023. Robert and his family decided in his 80s in 2024 it was time for him to go to a home. But he still wanted his independence. So Robert decided to go to a senior living facility in Potomac, Maryland, in Montgomery County. The facility was nice. He would be able to have his privacy on an apartment unit with nurses and techs on call. A lot of activities for the seniors to do and things in the community. Robert even found himself a lady friend. He was enjoying his remaining years. Still very popular amongst his peers and outgoing. At 87 years young, he had no trouble making friends. A man who worked in the facility as a med tech was 22-year-old Marquise James from Baltimore. Not much is known about the young man, other than the fact he gave medication to residents and was described as a trusted employee who was kind of quiet and pretty much stayed to himself. On February 13th of this year, Marquise was at work and had to take some medication to Robert and his lady friend who was in the apartment with him at the time. He gave them their medicine as usual, then left the apartment. But the following day, on Valentine's Day, February 14th, a shocking discovery was made in the facility when Robert was found suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. Police was called, but the man was pronounced gone in his apartment. At first, there was no suspects, and local police had no leads, other than the fact they knew not just anyone could enter the facility, so it had to be an inside job. As the news made its way to employees, everyone was in shock. A man who was loved by most he came in contact with and who had given so much in life was cut short, and the place he came to rest and live out his remaining years. No one knew who would want to hurt the man. Marquise came to work the following days after the incident as normal. An investigation soon started. Surveillance video showed at 5:05 a.m. on February 14th, an individual was seen walking through the courtyard outside the facility before entering through an exterior door. 10 minutes later, the same individual came back through the same door before running out of view of the cameras, like they knew where the cameras was at. Police soon realized by talking to employees the same door had been tampered with, causing the alarm sensor not to work. A small folded paper towel was found right by the door, which was later determined the paper towel was likely used so the door wouldn't close fully. Detectives talked to an alarm tech who worked at the facility. They soon learned the last day the exterior door alarm was functional was January 9th, almost a month before the slam, suggesting someone could have planned the whole thing. As weeks went by, on February 23rd, an employee from the facility called police, stating they found Marquise inside the building during their overnight check, and no one was supposed to be there. Marquise's shift was over at 11 p.m., and the explanation he gave his co-worker was shaky. He stated he needed to go find his keys, but it was hours after his shift was over. Plus, a short time later, a door sensor from that same exterior door that was used on Valentine's Day, now back fully functional, went off. When his co-worker said, "Hey, I'm gonna call a supervisor or police because your movements right now are sketchy," Marquise then fled the facility. When police arrived, they found another paper towel where Marquise had been at, folded in the same way as the one from weeks prior. Feeling like he might now be a suspect coming back to tie up some loose ends, police wanted to speak to the young man. The following day, he didn't come to work. As a video of the person walking in the courtyard was showed to employees, one person stated, "That's Marquise with a wig on," claiming they recognized the clothing he was wearing from the video. The following day, at around 3:30 a.m. on Bell Avenue in Baltimore, a Maryland state trooper saw a car driving with no tags. As the state trooper attempted to conduct a traffic stop on a gray Infiniti, the driver opened the door slowly and let off multiple shots before fleeing. The trooper wasn't hit, and his body cam caught the whole incident. Pictures of the suspect was released to the news and also local police. Police soon got tips that the man in the video looked like Marquise, and the same caliber gun that was fired at the state trooper was the same caliber used to take Robert's life. Now a suspect in multiple situations, it wouldn't take long for Marquise to be located in Montgomery County. He was arrested, charged with 1 count of first-degree hit and 1 count of attempted hit. While in custody, his mental state came into question, but after a psych evaluation, a judge determined he was fit to stand trial. His lawyer, who his family recently hired, claimed all the claims against the man are circumstantial. No physical evidence, no motive, and they plan to plead not guilty to all the charges. As of now, this is a new case. It hasn't made its way to trial yet, and Marquise is innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace to Robert. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. At 87 years old, you would think a person has survived it all the craziness life has to throw your way. And at that age, you will probably pass away peacefully in your sleep or something like that. Not in a tragic way like being shot. If the situation did go down the way they saying it did, I wonder what was the motive. I remember years ago when I was doing Lyft, I used to pick up people that worked in the same field, home care aides and people who worked at nursing homes. When I used to talk to them, they told me it was a tough job, that some of their patients had dementia. Sometimes they might talk to you crazy or even throw things or put hands on you. So you have to be patient. But it seems that wasn't the situation with Robert. People close to him say he had his own apartment, he was still very active, and they claimed his mind was still sound. So I won't speculate, but I want to know y'all thoughts on this situation. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, man, this is a super crazy story. Rest in peace, that man. I definitely send my prayers to his family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. Leave it in the comments. This is another episode of the Baltimore Way. This your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.